Siege just added some of the most random changes to the game without telling anybody about them. So in today's video, I'm going to show you 10 of the ones that we were able to find. This one is one of the most random things ever, but when you play T-Hunt now, you'll notice that the terrorists actually have a shield that look like Fuze's style. They used to have that like kind of sheet metal square metallic one, and they don't have that one anymore. I'm not sure why a random change like this would happen. The only thing I can think of is maybe by them copying Fuze's style of shield, it allows them to have one less asset to save, and maybe it saves them a tiny bit of space that eventually adds up. But let me know what you guys think. A couple other changes seem to have happened here, where the next one being is that even though we're not able to knife hostages, the terrorists actually can, and so now you can trick the terrorists into knifing the hostage, and it's actually going to make you lose. But if this was a thing, at least I was not aware of it prior to the season. Also, if you do shoot a terrorist while he's disarming a bomb, there is a chance that you can get a zero gravity effect on his shield and make it ragdoll all over the place.
50 seconds left.
The next thing up is that there are now a couple different hit marker notifications. The first one that you're going to notice is that when you get kills, the red X that pops up feels less pronounced, almost a little bit less satisfying in a way. But the more I played, I kind of just got used to it. But I am curious to see if you guys felt this one yet.
One op 4 remain. Op 4.
The second change with hit markers is that when you destroy gadgets, the hit markers are now white instead of red. I can kind of see what they're doing with this one, because now there is a distinct difference and there's no chance of confusion, especially if you're dealing with a situation shooting through walls and you don't know if you killed someone or just shot an ADS. Obviously, you are going to have the different notifications in the top right, but not having that split second of having to question it or not is going to be kind of nice to have.
Load him back. One friendly operator remaining. One op 4 remaining. Op 4 eliminated.
Up next, we have a couple of gadget changes, with the first one being that it seems like Osmi barriers are a lot more shiny or even a little bit more metallic than they previously were in the last season. Bikini Body found this one first and he posted it over on Twitter, so I thought it'd be cool to go and check out, and I tried to bring a comparison of it on a dark map like Airport Base, and then you can really see how insanely shiny it is on a map like Coastline. I've always been curious as to why Siege makes random changes like this, but I'll be curious to see if it changes again next season. The second random gadget change is that when you throw Vulkans, there seems to be a quick flash of white light once it has impact with whatever surface you stick it to. Before it would flash blue like when a teammate goes on it, but for whatever reason, now it seems to be white. Up next is one of the most broken things that has happened to Siege in a really long time, and it has to do with Mira. This change with Mira was so broken that they actually had to put a temporary ban on Mira in Pro League within the first week of the game starting again. I don't know how this happened, but for whatever reason, a Mira allows explosives to pass through it right now. This is also good to keep in mind, so if you're playing ranked, maybe consider banning Mira, or at least be aware of it if you're going to run up and knife it, because people are using this to destroy hard breaches with easy impact tricks and even get C4 kills on it if somebody runs up to melee the Mira. The second broken thing with Mira right now is that when you have the elite equipped, the canister changes colors on the Mira when you deploy it on the wall. The canister is supposed to stay the elite color, but once the Mira is fully deployed, it actually changes it back to default. So at least this one is minor and it's not game breaking, but it is super random. On the topic of broken banned gadgets in Pro League, this is the second one that is probably going to be banned in Pro League any day now. It's the fact that you can actually melee gadgets or whatever is placed on the other side of castle barricades. This works with Hibana charges, thermite charges, fuse cluster charges. Luckily, I did do a couple tests and I wasn't able to actually melee a person through it. It seems to be just gadgets. Something's going on, but it's actually breaching through the surface. So definitely be on the lookout for this. It's already on Ubisoft's radar because Shaiko is using it in Pro League. And honestly, I don't know, maybe that's the fastest way it gets patched. So hopefully that and Mira will be done soon.
We're going to see this a lot. Just people punching
tell
out.
somebody
It's
about
barrel.
this?
I think we've just did already. Come on, get it.
Oh my word.
It's just one punch now, I think. No, they just decided to blow it up with one of those impacts.
If Fresh didn't know that, I didn't know that. Did anyone at home know that? That's the first time I've ever seen that used in a comp setting.
Up next is a change that when you use a hard breach charge, operators now have voice lines to go with it. Before, when you used to place a hard breach charge, most operators were just silent. And while it is kind of weird to hear Monty use a voice line like he's breaching a hard wall,
Brace yourself! 750!
now everything seems to be pretty consistent and everyone has voice lines for almost all of the gadgets when they're being used.
Watch out! Breach it! Get ready for explosion!
So I am going to need you guys to sit down for this next one. This one is going to change the game as you know it, and it might make some people even uninstall. This change is that Kali, Dokkaebi, Thorn, and Vigil's C75 auto now has a Tundra suppressor instead of the Osprey one. As you can tell, I'm obviously joking. I'm not sure why something like this needs to be changed. If I had to guess, then maybe there's something going on with the licensing, but who knows. The next two are just some quick random things that we noticed, and this one here is that the glass on the pool spawn by Coastline is no longer able to be destroyed. You can still shoot through it, but you won't be able to shatter it anymore. This gave me some ideas about trying to balance beam walk across it onto purple tarps, but I will be experimenting with that more in the near future. Besides that, if you go over to Twitch in the operator selection, you'll notice that she's gone cross-eyed for the beginning of the season. Guessing this is going to change soon, but just figured definitely something that you guys need to know about. Up next, we have all of the random visual bugs that are going off right now, from text overlays overlapping on the main menu, new skins showing up as weapon skin templates instead of the thumbnail for what the skin looks like, different types of thumbnails being used when selecting skins for Monty, and of course the random inception moments that have been popping up online that makes it look like your operator is on acid while running around the map. This last one actually hasn't ever happened to me yet, so I'm not sure how common it is, but it is kind of funny as long as it's not happening in a ranked game. You can see the map just starts totally tweaking out, and again, I'm not sure how common it is, but if this has happened to you, let me know down below what map it was on. Up next is one of the most random changes that I've ever seen actually make it through to a new season, and King George actually posted this over on his Twitter, so be sure to go give him a follow. Nice find. This is so random and I'm actually amazed that I didn't see this sooner. You can see the door is actually like completely off center. There's an extra wooden piece sticking out through the door frame. Now this second one is actually over here in the drone hole on bank, and this is something that I originally deleted out of this video because I thought maybe I was just crazy and it had always been like this, and because I didn't have access to the test server anymore, I couldn't go check it. But it appears that there's actually like a little frame added towards around the end of this drone hole too. Super random. Up next, make sure you're sitting down yet again because it is the best change that has ever happened. It's the fact that you can now go inside of the trash can that's outside of Chalet. Hopefully Roy, Priest, and Varsity don't see this so that I can use it in my next Find My Hiding Spot video in the near future. But that's going to be it for today. So take care and have a good rest of your day.
Diffuser.